Hello and welcome back to Morris Nursery. My name is Holly. So today we're going to go over how to do color bowls. But first things first, we are going to talk about some products that we'll be using. So for the color and stuff that I'm using today, we have here Master's Pride. This is an 8-quart bag and it fills a 12-inch bowl pretty much perfectly. As you can see, that'll actually go up when we put plants in it. If you do succulents, what you'll want to use is this cactus mix right here. Again, fills that size bowl pretty perfectly. We do have them in bigger sizes, so always ask if you are unsure. What we have here, but I'm not going to use today, is Better Than Rocks. This right here, if you have bigger pots that you're really worried about the drainage hole being plugged up, this is a perfect product to use. It can replace all the broken pottery shards, the big rocks, that stuff that people use already in their pots, because that can make your pot really heavy, where this is made out of recycled plastic and it's really squishy, as you can see. But it helps keep the soil in, keep that hole from being plugged up while keeping your pot a little bit lighter. Another product that we have right here is Osmocote. This is really great for keeping your plants fertilized in the pots for about 3 to 4 months, as it is a time-release fertilizer. Yeah, a lot of people, they forget to fertilize their pots a lot, but this is a real easy way. You only have to think about it about every 3 months and you add more. This right here is not a product, however, he is the star of our nursery. His name is Freddie, and he is our wonderful nursery cat, and he's going to be helping me today. So right here I have kind of pre-filled the pot to a fairly good level. I'm going to add my Osmocote. You just want to sprinkle a little bit over the top. You don't need a whole lot, because remember, it just, every time you water, it releases a little bit of fertilizer, but you are going to try and mix it in there a little bit. So when you are doing a color pot, there's basically 3 things you want to think of. It's going to be your thriller, which is going to be the height in your pot. It's going to be your filler, which is going to be the mid height in your pot, and then your spiller, which is going to be the stuff that kind of cascades down around the sides. So right here, since this pot is so small, these are going to act as my thrillers and fillers right here. So I have wonderful 4-inch dahlia. They do come in different colors. We have quite a nice selection, as if you go on our website to our inventory page, Jacqueline has done a great job of putting everything that we have on there. We also have some Osteospermum, also known as African Daisy. They come in a bunch of different colors as well. We have them in 4-inch and gallons, and honestly, I'm really in love with this particular flower because they bloom so much throughout the year. They are a very wonderful perennial that you can use as an accent piece in your yard, or have them as the main focal point as your garden. We also have right here called Glacier Blue Euphorbia. So this one's really cool because the flowers are fairly unique. These are the flowers right here. They don't look like flowers at all, but they're great for cutting and using in dried arrangements and stuff like that. Over here we have our spillers. We have some Calibrachoa, which is also known as Million Bells. They come in all different kinds of colors. We have them in 4-inch only, but basically if you have a color scheme that you are working with, we pretty much have a color for you. This is Bacopa, which is another great perennial spiller. They come in blue, pink, and white. But you can get them in double flowers, you can get them in single flowers like this. We also have here Alyssum, which is great for your vegetable garden as well because it helps attract pollinators. So if you want to have like a little bit of bee action going on in your color pot, you can always put those in and pretty much always be guaranteed something. All right, on to planting now. So we are gonna take stuff out. I have already like pre-torn like some of these because they were a little bit root bound. So basically what I did is I tore off the bottoms, I kind of scratched up the sides a little bit, and we are going to try and plant things in a triangular fashion. And Freddie has a lot of great input if you guys can hear him. Yeah, he's very wise. He's been around for 13 years. All right, gonna kind of tuck this in. Some of these, if your pot is small, you do have to force them down a little bit, but not to worry, they will be fine. Okay, on to spillers now. So I am going to place Calibrachoa over here next to this dahlia. They can get a little floppy when you plant them, so dahlias are nice. You can kind of prop them up with other plants that you're putting in. So again, small pot, you gotta force things in a little bit. But see, we have our dahlia all nice and propped up now. I'm gonna put some blue on this side. I am so sorry, plant, a little piece just broke off. I'm gonna ignore that. Put some over here. Tuck that in. Try to make sure as you are going that you are filling the little crevices and everything with soil, because the worst thing you can possibly do is have an empty spot, which will dry out your plant's roots, which during the summertime can be a death trap. All right, and then over here in this little last section, I'm going to pop some nice alyssum in. I just love alyssum. It's such a happy little flower, and you can always see such magnificent insect activity going on around it. I'm gonna pop one more in here, you know, just for good measure. Ta-da! And this is a nice and easy color bowl. So you can see we have like some tall stuff here in the middle. This right now is definitely acting as our mid-height. We have spaced some nice spillers all the way around the bowl. The color scheme I kind of went with was sort of red, white, and blue. Not like a dark blue, but just a nice kind of paler blue. These all work well together because they can all go into the sun. Keep in mind, whenever you are doing a color pot, you want to have stuff that works well together. So if you're using like begonias and stuff like that, you want to keep in mind to use plants that are going to be more for shade. If you have stuff that's more for sun, you want to keep things with sun. Or like with succulents, they like to be dry. So if you are going to add other plants that are not succulents in there, just make sure they can handle being dry. So I have a sample right here. This is something we've actually bought in that was already pre-done. You can honestly go whatever size you want to whenever doing like color bowls. This one is basically all ground covers. We have some Silverstone right here. We have some sedum right here, some Sunshine Veronica, some Isotoma, some Mazis, I think is this one, and then we have some ice plant right here. But it's really great. You can see different textures, different colors. It works well together. So you don't necessarily have to have things that are flowering. You could go with just texture. All right. You want to say goodbye, Freddie? No? Yeah, there we go. We got a goodbye. All right. Stay home, stay safe, and thank you so much for watching our videos. Have a wonderful day.